Carry On, Don't Lose Your Head is one of the most gloriously over-the-top entries in the Carry On series. It's got everything.
One of these runners got a kink in it. Yeah, that's what it is. You have got a kinky runner.
Guillotines, disguises, and Kenneth Williams being, well, Kenneth Williams.
What have I done? Is there a doctor in the house?
But while the jokes come thick and fast, if you actually stop to think about what's going on, you'll quickly realise a lot of it doesn't really make sense.
What a bloody sight it must have been.
Oh, my dear, if my sword hadn't broke, it'd have been a bloody sight more.
So here are 10 moments in Carry On, Don't Lose Your Head that are confusing, inconsistent, or downright ridiculous, even by Carry On standards. The whole film is set during the French Revolution, but you'd never know it from the way people talk.
Looking for a woman.
Oh, nothing doing out here, chum. You want to try my mantra?
The peasants, the aristocrats.
Oh, hello. I shan't be long, I'm just on the last chapter.
Even the revolutionaries. Every single one of them speaks in perfect English. Not even a hint of an accent.
Leaves one of these things behind, eh, Citizen Camembert?
Yes, Citizen Robespierre.
What is it?
Apart from Jacqueline, the only genuinely French actress in the film.
I would do anything for you, anything. Your wish is my command and your desire is my desire.
It creates this strange, dreamlike world where everyone's French, but sounds like they've popped down from the home counties for a weekend of guillotining. Still, you have to admire the confidence. No subtitles, no attempt at realism, just pure carry-on logic.
I can't help it, it's the bubbles that get lodged in my chest.
There's room for a few lodgers there.
For a film that's mostly about wigs, innuendo and aristocratic nonsense,
Did you see that? He deliberately pushed me.
Come back here at once.
Don't Lose Your Head features some surprisingly wild stunts, none of which make the slightest bit of sense. Take the scene where Sir Rodney tries to rescue Jacqueline. He gets catapulted from a tree, crashes through a window, and ends up in Desiree's bedroom. It's spectacular, completely illogical, and beautifully shot.
You!
Don't start screaming, please.
What you gonna do to me?
Nothing.
Well, that settles it.
Sid James flying through the air like a human cannonball before crashing through the glass without so much as a scratch.
Just like you said you would.
Just like I said I would.
Oh, all right, he said he'd be back in his ear. What are you trying to do? Make a play of it?
Then there's the chaotic sword fighting sequence that follows, where Sid James, Jim Dale, and Charles Hawtrey swing on chandeliers to move across the landing.
Can't you be more careful? Ruin me petty point.
It's pure pantomime. Hawtrey crashes through a window and out of the chateau,
You'll pay for that window! You'll pay for it, you hear?
and simply walks back in to resume fighting. No blood, no broken bones, just another day in the Carry On universe, where gravity takes a back seat to comedy.
D-Day, speak to me.
Now, Kenneth Williams' Camembert and Joan Sims' Desiree du Barry are one of the film's oddest pairings.
Well, what's gonna happen to me while you're away?
What do you mean? What's going to happen to me?
Well, you're supposed to be my protector.
At first, it seems she's his mistress, until she starts throwing herself at Sir Rodney and betraying Camembert.
I must say it, though. I must confess his kiss kindles a flame in me.
Then later, she's back on his side again. It's never clear if she actually loves him, fears him, or just enjoys the drama.
Of course.
Oh, Gabby! Oh, this is fun! Oh, help me get my dress off.
1 minute she's scheming for power, the next she's heartbroken. The result? A relationship that makes no sense, but delivers some of the best bickering in the whole film.
It's a stained glass window.
Well, if it was stained, it needed replacing, didn't it?
One of the most famous scenes in the film is the duel between Sir Rodney Effing and Citizen Camembert. They're supposed to take 10 paces, turn, and fire.
When I give the signal, you'll turn. Walk 10 paces and fire. Are we ready?
But Sir Rodney, ever the trickster, asks for more steps, leading Camembert straight into a cesspit.
Could we make it 15 paces instead of 10? What on earth for? Well, 15's my lucky number, you see.
It's classic slapstick, but logically, it's nonsense. For one thing, how did Camembert not see the giant pit in front of him?
That's why you picked this place.
Yeah, that's it. Get the horses, come on.
And how did nobody else notice it during the setup? It's such a perfect carry-on moment that we forgive the total lack of logic.
Looks like you've lost your newfound love.
So Sir Rodney isn't just an upper-class dandy. He's also the master of disguise known as the Black Fingernail.
The Duc de Pomfret.
Oh, hello.
I represent Lloyd's of London, and I was just wondering whether I could interest you in a little life insurance.
And in fairness, Sid James plays him with so much charm, you almost believe his disguises, until you actually look at them.
Given orders to hold anyone disguised.
You're a naughty girl, aren't you?
Yes.
He fools the French police, Camembert, and half of Paris while dressed as a woman caught out after curfew.
Where will you be?
At this address.
What is it?
It was him! The Black Fingernail!
An insurance salesman at the guillotine, and even Camembert's terrifying superior, Citizen Robespierre. The amazing part? Nobody recognises him.
Where to?
The Chateau Neuf!
Chateau Neuf, eh?
With a guard of 20 soldiers over her!
It's carry-on logic at its best. As long as you wear a hat or a wig, apparently you're invisible. Along with Jim Dale's Darcy, Sir Rodney switches from a lisping attempt at a posh accent to Cockney in the same breath.
Hey, that would be a good idea, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it, Chap? Darcy, to Paris.
Making it sound all the more ridiculous and funny.
I'm absolutely enamoured of you. I've got to say it, even if she does get on my wick.
If there's one thing Carry On, Don't Lose Your Head isn't short of, it's questionable props, and a few of them really don't make sense. Take the locket containing Sir Rodney's mother's false teeth.
It's a silver locket. It appears he gave it to her.
What's in it? A lock of his hair?
No, a set of his teeth.
When Jacqueline wears it, it hangs politely around her waist, a dainty little trinket. But later, when Desiree puts it on, it suddenly sits much higher, rather awkwardly displayed on her cleavage.
Pretty, isn't it?
Magnificent.
You'll have a good look.
Ooh, it was rather in the way.
It's clearly the same locket, but apparently it changes size, shape, and chain length depending on who's wearing it. Maybe that's what they meant by carry-on magic.
Where did you get that?
You recognise it?
Yes, it was mine.
And speaking of things that defy logic, let's talk about Desiree's dress during the scene where she smuggles Sir Rodney to Jacqueline. Somehow, she manages to hide a full-grown man under her gown. Even for a carry-on film, that's stretching credibility. The dress isn't that wide, and Joan Sims wasn't wearing a hoop skirt large enough to conceal Sid James. Yet there he is. It's utterly impossible, completely ridiculous, and yet, somehow, exactly what you'd expect from Carry On.
Stay here, I'll send you when it's over.
Trying to keep track of who's who in this film is nearly impossible. Everyone's pretending to be someone else. There are nobles pretending to be peasants, peasants pretending to be nobles, and revolutionaries pretending to be loyalists. Camembert and Desiree disguise themselves as the Count and Countess de la Plume de ma Tante when they head to England.
The Duc de la Plume de my aunt.
What about him?
He's the living image of Camembert.
You get the feeling the writers just threw in whichever name sounded funniest at the time.
You know me, Citizen Camembert, little Cammy.
Throughout the film, people get arrested, sentenced to death, and even executed. But the next scene shows the guillotine clean and ready for the next one.
Disgusting. What? Didn't you see that last one? He had terrible scurf. Sterilize the blade!
Camembert gets humiliated, Desiree betrays him, and Sir Rodney constantly outsmarts the police, yet no one ever seems to stay in trouble for long. It's as if the French Revolution runs on sitcom rules. No matter what happens, everything resets by the next scene.
Yeah, what about me?
Well, hurry!
Nice manners, bad muscle.
The film can't quite decide if it's poking fun at the English or the French. Characters randomly throw in bits of French.
Ouvre! Ouvre!
Then switch straight back to perfect English. Sometimes English characters use French words, and French characters use English slang. It's chaos, linguistically speaking.
What's she doing with that arm?
Plucking it, citizen.
Well, I didn't think she was knitting herself a jumper.
But part of the film's charm is that it knows how silly it's being. It's less a history lesson, more a pantomime in powdered wigs.
News? What news?
Why? The revolution.
And finally, here's the weirdest thing of all. Carry On, Don't Lose Your Head wasn't originally released as a Carry On film. It came out simply as Don't Lose Your Head.
Well, for heaven's sake, why don't you go off and marry someone with a title?
Well, how can I when you keep slicing their blooming heads off?
Because the rank organisation didn't want to overuse the Carry On name. Only later, after the film proved popular, did they rebrand it as part of the series. So technically, It's a carry-on film that didn't even know it was one at the time, which might explain why it feels a little different. More like a swashbuckling parody than a typical seaside romp.
It's the one thing the English are good at, striking.
I'm not amused.
So there you have it. 10 things in Carry On, Don't Lose Your Head that make absolutely no sense. From Frenchmen who sound frightfully English, to duels that end in cesspits, and disguises that would fool no one. It's chaos, it's nonsense, and it's absolutely brilliant. Because let's be honest, if Carry On films ever started making sense, they probably wouldn't be half as funny.
Thank goodness the accursed fingernail is not here to see this.
I wouldn't have missed this for the world.